This part is over.
Welcome back to the Cave of Wonders, Dreamwalkers. I am your Sith Lord Callous, but today I'm more like your sick Lord Callous, as I'm suffering from a cold, so if my voice sounds a little bit different to you, that's the reason why I'm trying to thug it out for this last Resistance review, because Star Wars Resistance will be taking a holiday vacation until January 13th. So if you're new here to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications, as I will be reviewing each episode on Monday, following the original air date. That is, once the Resistance returns. But anyway, Station Theta Black begins with Yeager in his office. Bucket is frantic and Tam is furious, having learned that Yeager loaned the fireball to Kaz for an important mission. Tam is overly protective of her would-be ship and rightfully concerned, as Kaz eagerly takes flight without realizing the danger he's in. Tam hasn't finished repairing all of the broken stabilizers on the fireball. In space, just outside of Castellan atmosphere, the fireball begins to destabilize. But lucky for Kaz, Poe Dameron shows up just in time, with a Resistance entourage, 2 X-Wings and an Alderaan cruiser. The fireball is reeled in, and Kaz debriefs Poe about his mission to gain intel on Captain Doza and his dealings with the First Order. General Leia Organa summons the pair to the war room, where Kaz presents her with a decrypted copy of the First Order's proposal to Captain Doza. Based on the intel Kaz has provided so far, Leia and the Resistance suspect a First Order outpost hidden somewhere in unknown regions, and Poe and Kaz are deployed for recon, but not without specific instructions from the General. This mission is to be recon only. Kaz and Poe are not to engage the First Order should they happen upon them. Poe agrees, and he and Kaz head out in a pair of X-Wings with BB8 and CB23, who are now quite fond of each other after the signal from Sector 6 episode. A path of buoys lights the way to the First Order station, and Poe, in direct defiance of General Organa's orders of recon and surveillance, decides to land on the station to see what he can find out from the inside. CB23 scans the station and determines there are no life forms or active droids, so Poe believes they should be safe. Poe and Kaz disembark with BB-8 while CB23 pilots the pair of X-Wings to a safe place among the asteroids, just in case the First Order happens to return. Before the two begin their recon mission inside the station, Poe gives Kaz a blaster pistol, and we soon realize just how inexperienced Kaz really is. Soon after, the group comes upon a terminal, and Kaz and BB-8 learn the station hasn't been abandoned, it's being prepped for demolition. Just then, a First Order sentry droid approaches and engages the spies. Poe makes short work of the droid, and in doing so, he sets off an alarm that alerts Captain Phasma on Starkiller Base to their presence on the station. Phasma, together with Major Vonrig, gather a squadron to investigate. CB23 informs BB-8 of the First Order's arrival, and as Phasma and her squad disembark from their Upsilon-class shuttle, Phasma orders a team to search the upper levels for the intruders, while the other team is to strategically place the explosives for the station's demolition. Poe, Kaz, and BB-8 search for the station's control room, and once there, they learn the purpose of the remote station. It's a mining and processing facility used to mine the asteroids for Deadlinite, a mineral found across the galaxy used for the construction of blasters. BB-8 swiftly copies the data, and Poe contacts CB23 for extraction. But as the group tries to make their escape, they encounter a pair of First Order stormtroopers and a big bomb. Poe Poe uses the bomb to their advantage, blasting it to destroy the troopers and make their escape. But they aren't safe yet. Poe and BB8 get separated from Kaz and come face to face with Captain Phasma. The shootout ensues through the station as the First Order chases the Resistance spies all the way to the hangar where CB23 is waiting with their X-Wings. But Major Vonrig and his squad are waiting patiently for the pilots to try to make their escape. The trap is sprung and Vonrig engages Poe and Kaz, flanked by a trio of First Order TIE fighters. Vonrig, in his slick-ass Crimson Interceptor, is all over Poe like white on rice, and Kaz struggles to shake the other three TIEs. Phasma readies the station for destruction and orders Vonrig to break off the attack. The First Order hauls ass, and the station explodes, leaving Poe and Kaz to try to outrun the explosion while navigating through the asteroid field. Poe outruns certain death while Kaz uses a slick maneuver, hiding behind an asteroid to avoid being swallowed by the fire. The two regroup when the coast is clear, and they make their way back to base. Poe debriefs the general and informs her of the First Order's intentions. They're mining asteroids for Deadlanite to make blasters, an army's worth. Leia anticipates the worst, and Kaz hopes for the best. Station Theta Black did a great job to give us more insight into the First Order's dealings prior to their appearance in The Force Awakens. Captain Phasma and Major Vonrig have an interesting dynamic, and I'm anxious to see how Commander Pyre fits into the mix, and to learn what has happened to Vonrig and Pyre since their absence in The Force Awakens. Could we see them appear in Episode 9? Who knows? But I'll be tuning in on the 13th of January, and I hope you will too. Join me next time for another fun-filled recap. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and join the Dreamwalkers on our journey. Hit that bell for notifications and be sure to check out the Rancorous Report, where we cover Star Wars news, reviews, theories, and clues. We do what we love, and we hope you love what we do, even when I'm sick. This has been another Rancorous review. Until next time.
This party's over.